But first, I gotta hurt you more. It's like, what? Pow! It's like, what the? Okay. Now use the force.
Guy, have a Snickers, man.
What? He said use the force. I was like, what's the force? All right, use your limit break. What's the limit break? and so he teaches me limit break, so I'm using my limit break, and now he heals me again. He said, all right, see that bigger thing over there? Put pain on that. And then he says, and then without warning, he just takes his axe sword, not again. Now, do it again. Now, do it right this time. What? No, you didn't say it.
Yes.
Is it recording?
His recording is bitching me right now.
You have no heart.
Well, you actually need the heartless Pokemon type break.
All right.
Yeah. Well, they've all got different names, haven't they?
She's setting up the joke.
I have to cheat.
We're trying to get the tech in here right now.
Yeah, I know. Do you want me to help?
Nah, we're good.
Do you have an HDI cable in your corset?
I usually do, actually, but today I don't.
Is that
Is that what you're missing? Just HDMI?
HDMI.
Oh well. I work staff at another con, and whenever the tech doesn't show up, I just do it. But I can't really help if I don't record. Yeah.
we're trying to set up our contract. And
It'll probably work now, like this. Alright. Right through. Right through. Should probably take something like that. I don't have anything to take. It's in the medical bag later. What's your favorite Pokemon so far? Huh? What's your favorite game? I only played Wonderland recently. No, which game in general? I played it on the PS2. Oh, right. I never got a chance to finish all of the first Kingdom Hearts. I only got to finish Wonderland. I could probably play the first game in one day. If I just sat there for a whole day, I could probably play the first game in one day. You know, just know everything. When I originally played it, mainly died on Tarzan numerous times against Riku. Second fight.
Hollow Bastion?
Yeah, the second fight. Australia? Are you trying to guess what my accent is? Yes. No. Yeah. British. Yes. Northern London, to be exact. Even though I'm from the southeast of England. So you came all the way here from London? Yeah. I come with other friends as well. We've got a friend that lives out here that really doesn't care about it. She comes over a lot. This is my first American con. I think I've been to about 26 cons in the UK. And this is my third abroad.
open the door for me.
Maybe one Katsucon. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that's not like it. A friend of mine kept going with that over. Apparently, it's very insane. It's kind of like a Comic Con, very easy. It just gets too insane. I mean, you get like the last night registration. They're about like that all the time. Because even though it's the yeah. You say they go like over 100,000 people to that because that's easily the amount that local Comic Con.
Guys, we're sorry about this. Thank you for being so patient.
Use more duct tape.
We got something.
Oh, we got Shion!
Yes!
I have a question.
Yes.
Who is that?
Shion!
Who?
That is that name right see?
I don't remember that character from any.
358
That is from 358 by 2 days. You failed.
I played that game. No, wait, I played that game. I don't remember her at all.
She's the 14th member.
Who is there not member? Come on.
And that is why.
Roxas is girlfriend.
Wait, does anyone know who that is?
She's right there.
I don't remember her at all.
I do, but I don't.
I don't remember her at all.
Somebody explaining who exactly she is,
Yeah,
though?
who the hell is she?
I know who she
You,
is.
tell me who she is.
Like,
I don't remember her.
organization members and nobody.
All right. We will get
I
to
don't
that.
remember that at all.
How do you get to
I love how some of you get on eBay.
Okay, quick introductions. My name's Erin. This is Cameron.
I am Roxas the XIIIth.
And
Welcome to the Kingdom Hearts panel. Raise your keyblades, everyone.
I don't have one. I'm a marketing plan. I don't have
You, right there. Give me my keyblade. Give me.
Give me my key.
Cameron, hot mouth.
Yeah. All right. Today's. Yeah, there you go. All right. We are going to celebrate Kingdom Hearts because of the remakes that were made, 1.5 and 2.5.
They still need to see that trailer though.
Shut up, Heartless. All right. Now, this is what we are going to be talking about, and I will be making a lot of funny references. The who, what, and how of Kingdom Hearts, how it was basically made. The wibbly wobbly, timey wimey of Kingdom Hearts. The characters in the series. Oh, and by the way, no Ood were actually harmed in the making of this. Maybe a Dalek or 1,000, yeah. All right, and Organization 13, we're going to be also explaining about Organization 13, who the members are. I can hear a lot of fangirls out there. Keep your stripper tickets in your pocket. There will be no Axel on Roxas action going on.
Ew. Thank goodness.
Axel and Demix, come on. Come on, get on it.
I take it you like Demix fine.
All right, and also we're not going to be fully explaining what the Keyblade is. We're just going to show you what the Keyblades are. And basically what they are, you know, it's the weapon of choice of any Keyblade wielder.
It's all about the oblivion.
Shut up. But of course, why not a chainsaw or a chainsaw Keyblade?
For the end of days zombie nobodies.
Yes. And also, if we have enough time, I will be
A
discussing.
keychain. Saw.
Also, we will be going through the worlds of Kingdom Hearts. And sorry, ladies, there is no madman in a blue box. I know.
That was a real Sephiroth movie, buddy.
Now, because of our tech issues, we might have to speed through a couple of things to catch up.
Yeah.
But just bear with us, okay?
All right. And the last but not least, we're going to examine what's going to happen in Kingdom Hearts 3. In other words, basically a more confusing story than Code Geass and Bleach combined.
And for those of you that just walked in at the very end, we're going to try to fit in a game of Kingdom Hearts Jeopardy. We're going to be giving away candy to everybody and a couple of prizes.
Yeah, free stuff.
And with that, let's get started on this journey. Alright. What is Kingdom Hearts?
Awesome.
Alright.
Well, that's obvious.
It's basically Squaresoft, known as Square Enix, and Disney coming together one night, making sweet, sweet company love. Oh,
See, that makes me happy because I'm like a total Disney freak. How many of you are Disney freaks here? Okay, you all are my new best friends.
How many of you Disney heads found the Easter egg? One of the many Easter eggs. Master Gensin?
Shut up! You shut up.
That comes later. Shush.
Now, my good man, that's not the time for that Easter eggs. Don't push your leg off. Alright, so, like I said, it's basically Disney and Squaresoft coming together, making sweet, sweet company love. Alright. Basically, Hironobu Sakaguchi, I hope I got that right, and Shinji Hashimoto said they wanted to make a game that could rival Mario. Be like Mario, but, you know, kick Mario's ass.
Kick his ass with Keyblade.
Alright. Since Squaresoft and Disney worked, well, so said, they used to work together in the same building, they pitched the idea and said, why not? Let's do this. And so they got the character designer Tetsuya
Nomura.
Yeah, him. And he said, here, take this, make characters, make it happen.
And he did.
And he did. Yep. Yeah, and like it says, the pitch was successful, and basically, they made original characters. Right.
It was basically one of those things where you can imagine somebody in your head going, and on the 5th day, God created video games, and it was good, and everybody rejoiced.
They also wanted to explore what worlds they wanted to see, what worlds would be interesting to see, go to, and what characters that would actually be nice to actually interact with. In other words, they did not want to cross the streams. You know what happens when they cross the streams.
It's not always bad though. It ended up working out for the bus.
Speaking of crossing streams, guys, speaking of crossing streams, now that Disney owns Marvel,
No.
is it,
No.
Wait,
hey,
what's your
if you guys are going to be at Otakon, I'll be at Otakon this year. I pledge to all of you here, you will see a Keyblade wielding Deadpool.
Hold up. So did
Okay,
he say the
I'm
same
sorry,
for
I just have to
lightsaber
take a
Keyblade?
second. Gur, I see you in the audience. I heard cheese! Yes! That is awesome! That is the most awesome cosplay I've ever seen. I just had to say that.
You win.
Yeah.
Yes, my master.
The good news is that Kingdom Hearts was made. The bad news is that they created two of the same game, but they were final mixes that did not come here to America. The same thing they kind of did when they made Final Fantasy X, and they made a final mix and they added new characters, new outfits that they. Yeah, 10-2, yeah, and that sort of sucked because I wanted to play as a sidekick with Yuna. That would be awesome.
Who would?
Cool. Yeah. As any Kingdom Hearts player knows, Haley Joel Osment was Sora. Yeah. David Gallagher as Riku.
Yay!
Hayden as Kyrie.
And there's a big one in there.
And in the sequel, Quentin Flynn, as hopefully y'all know, as Raiden and Axel was in it. Now. And Reno. Thank you very much. That was the movie. Yeah. Also, here's something y'all probably didn't know. Mark Hamill, as the Joker, was in Birth by Sleep, and he played as the character Master Ericus.
And I'm sure all you Star Wars fans are going to be very happy about that.
Star Wars. And even Star Trek was in it, because Leonard Nimoy played Master Xavier. And as anybody knows, he was Spock in Star Trek. But also, if you didn't know this, he was Galvatron in the original 1985 Transformers movie. It was.
Boom.
Now this is awesome. I scoured the YouTubes and found 2 of the advertisement of Kingdom Hearts.
The fields.
Hold on. Let me see the, yeah.
Get ready for fields.
Still slightly terrifying.
I'm gonna start calling you Mr. Frizzle.
It's okay. I haven't reached my limit of fields for the day.
Up on the magic keyblade.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Oh, no. See.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please away.
Yeah.
Timing. Yeah.
Now, here's the next one. Here's number 2. Get ready to cut the fields now.
No sound?
Yeah, there is sound.
See how well y'all know this one?
You and I, there's a new
offering gameplay.
Damn right, Jack Skeleton. Open that.
Sorry about the sound. I wish.
Or lack thereof.
Live soundtrack is so much better.
I know, right?
So much better.
I can't play that song. I tried.
Yeah, thank you for bearing with me right now. And we're just
I don't know how to play that song. I don't know about it. Turning off.
I'll give you points for trying. I really will. All right.
Hey.
Now, next.
The world that never was.
Came out on TV.
Now, Kingdom Hearts basically came out in March of 28th in Japan, September 17th in America, and November 15th in Europe.
At least we weren't last.
All the way back in 2002.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel so old because I was still in high school by then.
Right.
20 million copies were sold during the holidays, making it a huge success. It got a lot of positive praise. Look at that. Became one of the greatest hits edition on the PlayStation 2. 10th in line as the best-selling PlayStation 2 game because, come on, you got it. Spawned numerous sequels across the PS2 and also, yeah, Game Boy Advance, DS, 3DS.
More sequels than a Jackass movie.
Couple phone games.
They would have made so much more money if they actually extended it to Microsoft also.
We're going to dive into that later on. It even spawned a manga from it as well, which explains the story a little bit, but they did leave out some key things that were in the game.
You couldn't find on Wiki.
Not yet.
There was
All right.
actually going to be a cartoon at one point.
Next,
There was actually going to be a cartoon planned at
the
one point.
wibbly wobbly, tiny whiny of Kingdom Hearts. Or as I like to call it, Doctor Who 358 by 2 days. People assume that time is a strict progression from cause to effect, but actually from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, it's more like a big ball of wibbly wobbly, tiny whiny stuff. Whatever God you praise to, they bless the hooligans. You know. Hoovians! Yeah. This is basically what the Kingdom Hearts timeline looks like. Look at it. Look at it.
Look at it!
Look at it.
You're missing Kingdom Hearts.
You do not look away, because it is confusing. Yeah, I will admit it's confusing.
Kingdom Hearts TJ started before Chain of Memories.
We're gonna
Missing
get
Kingdom Hearts key as well. That is actually canon now.
Good point. We're gonna
Say it's canon. Kingdom Hearts key.
What the hell he did?
Yeah.
all right. Now, this next one.
But that came out.
Wait, this next one will contain spoilers. But I didn't really have time to add text to it, so you have to bear with me.
If you don't want spoilers, I suggest you go like this. La 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 la.
I think we go for it. I think we played most.
You ready? Here we go. Woo! Now, once again, didn't add text, so playing it by ear. Kingdom Hearts key, and no, not X. We're talking about key, as in the Roman symbol key. I know it looks like an X. This lovely game takes place during the time of the Keyblade War, and if anybody knows that they played Birth by Sleep, it comes up like at the end of the game. Now, it was released in July 18th, but the problem was it was only exclusive to Japan.
Currently.
Yeah. We as Americans did not get that. If we did, that'd be sweet.
Internet's
We all take
beautiful,
a trip to Japan and like
Internet is lovely.
overtake filming and like totally just.
I called dibs on the Gundam suit. I swear to God, that thing's operational. I know it is. Japan wouldn't waste their time. I'm just looking for the big O one. Get down to business.
Yes.
Is that a console game or a PC game?
It is a
Internet browser
PC
game.
It's a PC browser game. Yeah, it's also online. And it also sets the tone of Birth by Sleep.
Did you see that picture recently? It was one of the creatures from that game, and
Actually,
they actually.
I have footage of it.
Go on, show it.
There we go.
Japanese.
This is.
Can you play the sound with your laptop?
I wish I wish I could put sound right now.
The sound doesn't want to behave.
Yeah,
That makes me sad.
sound.
We had like no setup time. They're supposed to be out here at 10:45.
Yeah.
And they didn't leave till like after 11.
Yeah. So.
Bastards.
So basically, this is the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts Key.
Is it another card-based game like?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like Chain of Memories.
I don't know if I like that.
Probably slightly better.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot confusing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm not really a card game kind of girl, but like if there's like nothing else to do in my main game and it's like out for the count, I'll just be like, sure, why not?
All right. Now, I didn't add text to this, but I did add some symbols on these ones. There we go. Birth by Sleep.
My future tattoo.
Shut up. Now,
So get
this takes place before Kingdom Hearts, And it sets the tone for Kingdom Hearts because it stars these three guys. Terra, Ventus, and Aqua. And he does. Yeah. And so the story is that Terra and Aqua are actually about to take the test for Keyblade Wielder, I think Keyblade Master. Keyblade Master. During the test, you do see it, Xehanort, Master Xehanort, interferes with the test and makes Terra tap into the darkness within his heart. And that's where everything goes awry. See, Aqua passes the test, Terra does not. So Terra's like, F this, I'm out this piece. Goes off to try to fight the darkness within his heart, and Ventus chases off after him. And Aqua is assigned by Master Ericus to go after Ventus and Terra and retreat and get them back here. And that basically, that basically is the tone of Kingdom Hearts. And also another thing you have to know is that, see that symbol right there? Yeah. That is the symbol of the enemies that are going to be in it. They're called unversed. And the thing about the unversed is that they come from this guy named Vanitas, which you see in the game because he's being directed by Master Xehanort. Vanitas creates the unversed. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Vanitas later on.
It's all about Oblivion Blades.
Personally, I like
Pumpkinhead was the best.
And I'm glad they called him Unverse in English or Japanese as Unverse, which is really kind of gross.
Awkward.
Yeah.
You have a theory on why Ben and Roxas look alike, and how Vanitas and Sora look alike.
We are going to, like I said, we're going to dive into that later on, hopefully, if we have time.
And if they don't, I can lecture you for a few hours.
All right. Kingdom Hearts or Kingdom Hearts 1.5. This is basically where Sora, Riku, and Kairi take over in the main game. A little bit. And they are fighting the Heartless. What happens is that those three are on an island called Destiny Isles. One day that Sora is, I think he's having this dream, and he is trying, and he's trying to figure it out, and he has a key, and he's trying to figure out what is going on, and that is where you see the Heartless. It is somewhere in his dream. And then to try to fight the Heartless, he tries to use a sword, but is unable to touch him.
It's made of wood.
Because it's made of wood. So since that, he has to run. But before he runs, he gets assigned the Keyblade. And then after once they're all swept up from Destiny Isles, we see Donald and Goofy. Yeah. They're looking for King Mickey. And wherever he is, I don't know what he's doing. Well, we all don't know what he's doing till now. And now they have to find Sora, and they have to go on adventures together to try to find out what is going on and why the Heartless are popping up in all these worlds. That's basically it. And hopefully that's the premise. That is the premise. All right. Chain of Memories. I'm still on the fence about this game because this makes me. Yeah. All right. This is a card-based battle system game where this takes place at the end of Kingdom Hearts. Now, and when you finish Kingdom Hearts, you go to this game, and it basically you go to Castle Oblivion, and you meet one of, and as you can see, that symbol right there, that is the symbol of the Nobodies. And one of them is running Castle Oblivion. And I know who it is.
So do I.
Marluxia.
Marluxia. Remember number 4.
Told you. Illiterate.
You know, I always get that name wrong. All right. And he.
Don't feel bad, I did the same thing.
Thank you. All right. So he's running Castle. Oblivion along with Vexen, Larxene, Axel as well. Zexion. I kind of have a thing for Zexion. And they're all running Castle Oblivion. And then things go awry, and sooner or later they shut it down. The Sora and company shut it down, and next thing you know, we get to this one. 358 by 2 days, or as I like to call it, the secret romance between Axel and Roxas. You like that, huh? Hello, Roxas. Look at you. Now back to me. No, back to her. No, back to me. Sadly, she isn't me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on a clock tower with the man you could be with. What's in your hand? Look down. Back at me. What do I have? 2 ice creams with your name on it. With the man you could be with. Anything's possible when you're not as confusing as a woman. I'm on a bed. You see, that's implied right there. You know something was going on. You knew something was going on.
Somebody's trying to ship them. You think?
And this one kind of confuses me as long with Chain of Memories because I thought that Chain of Memories was after 358 by 2 days, but in reality, they're both run together.
It's Sora's story while he's asleep. It's Roxas' story while Sora's asleep.
Yeah, so basically this one is about Roxas and how he left Organization 13. It's because something. Well, we all know why he left Organization 13. He was dissatisfied by it, and he was feeling something. Yeah, and basically we're just. I'm just. All right. Kingdom Hearts 2. Now.
Except for the Little Mermaid world.
There is, but it's not as playable as I thought it would be. Now, as you see, it takes place after 358 by 2 days. And basically it tells the tale of Roxas and Sora and how Organization 13 fit into the mix. And basically it's kind of like the same premise as Kingdom Hearts, a little more confusing because you gotta fight more nobodies in this game. Alright. Coded or recoded. This game is basically on the DS. I tried to play it. I get a headache from it, and
it's not so bad.
I rage quit. It was also made for a cell phone as well.
It's not supposed to be good.
Yeah, so basically you're not fighting the Heartless, you're not fighting nobodies. Basically you're fighting that symbol right there. They're basically called bugs. You're fighting them.
Fighting bugs.
Oh, that's what they're
like,
Oh my gosh.
I'm not talking about that. That's all it was.
I just had an epiphany. Marvel. That means we can have Wolverine.
Oh my god.
Drop the key, baby.
Shut up. All right, next on our list.
Keyblades come out. Keyblades.
Dream Drop Distance. In this game, now this time you're not just playing as Sora, you're playing as Riku as well.
You were Chain of Memories too.
Sort of. Now, in this game, you don't play them simultaneously, you play them back to back in a thing called drop, where you play one character at one point, and then another character at another point, and when your time is up, you drop to that character. And the reason why I put this wall scroll up is because you, at the beginning, meet these lovely little bastards right here. And do we know who they are?
Well done, few characters.
Who are they?
Neku, Shiki, Joshua, Beat, Rhyme.
Exactly. They are the characters from Subara Shiki no Korosekai. I got that wrong. Or, as in an English term, The World Ends With You. And that game is awesome.
Need a sequel.
Let's just skip to the last thing because we only got like
All right.
15 minutes left.
Ouch.
I know. I wish they would have left in
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
Five
Okay,
more.
5 more minutes, and then we're gonna skip ahead to the Jeopardy game. And if you guys have any questions
I
afterwards,
want to
you
give
can
away free
always
stuff.
Yeah.
you can always ask us after the panel. We're more than happy to answer your questions. We just don't want to be like kicked out when we're in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Now.
82 slides.
All right.
Yeah, we wouldn't have finished 82 slides.
Yeah, look at that right there. See that? See that piece of deliciousness right there? Look at that. Right there.
Sonic play idea for next year.
All right, for all you Whovians out there, I have a question before I get to the next slide.
Yes.
Which do you think would actually win against Doctor Who and Sora? The Keyblade or the Sonic Screwdriver?
Sonic screwdriver.
Sonic screwdriver.
You can go back in time. I mean, you can't fight that. You can go back in time. You can't fight that.
Okay. All right. I think I'm seeing a lot of heads exploding there, or some wheels stopping with the hamster dying. All right. So now I'm gonna get to a little fun thing called Don't Cross the Streams. It gets bad. Yeah. Now I delved into YouTube, Tumblr, DeviantArt, and Google Image to find these countless pictures. They will probably want you to rage on me and put her on me. Now.
Winter's coming.
Now, let's see what happens when you combine My Little Pony with Kingdom Hearts. Twilight Sparkle, Keyblade wielder.
There's a Doctor Who. There's a Doctor Who.
No!
Yes!
To be fair, Sora was a lion when he had the Keyblade in Prime Rock.
Yeah, it worked.
So,
Yeah, see?
to be fair.
Yeah, Sora was a lion in the Prime Lands in the Lion King world, and it worked.
See, look, that looks so respectful.
Look at that! Gaze upon it. All right, next in the slide is what would happen if the Disney princesses had Keyblades? Look at that deliciousness.
My personal favorite out of this is the Alice in Wonderland.
I tell you one thing, Belle would be more awesome
I
if
was
she
just about
had
to
a
say, I'm
Keyblade.
all about Belle. Sorry.
All right. Now that we've got some goodness, let's put some badness on it. Let's see what happens when you pick Sonic the Hedgehog.
I agree.
I like Sonic more than Shadow because Shadow's a punk bitch.
Oh, no.
I don't care. No. Shadow.
Silver's better
End
though.
of story.
Silver's better though. Doesn't matter. Silver's still the best. Doesn't matter.
It's no use.
You've seen it, you cannot unsee it. All right, who wants more?
Next character, please.
Sonic dual wielding Keyblades.
This is interesting.
Hey, the internet churns it out. I just get it, okay? Look at it.
Ask the same question why they put him in Smash Bros.
All right, yeah. And also, I think Mario would be more awesomer in trying to rescue Peach if he had a key.
You should read his comment.
All right. Okay, all right. More? You want to see more?
Yeah!
All right, let's see what happens when you combine Yu-Gi-Oh.
I like that one.
Screw that Millennium Puzzle, give me that Millennium Keyblade. I call that the Millennium Keyblade, and it outdoes all of the Millennium items.
Yeah, it's like all the millennium.
All right, now we're going to dive. Now, the next episode in Kingdom Hearts, or basically Bleach and Code Geass combined. I have the footage, but since it doesn't, since there's no sound, we're not going to get into that. But we're going to dive into the pictures of what would look like if this happened. Yeah. Or this.
I call blasphemy. I hear that song one more time.
Or this. I want to see the Hulk wielding the Keyblade. Hulk smash Beauty Heartless!
I totally want the Keyblade made by Stark Industries. Shoot missiles at the
Or this.
Yes!
Thank you.
Tangle would actually be more awesomer with the Keyblade.
Yes!
And how about this?
That one.
Yeah, look at Ralph. He was Disney property. He was Disney property. All right, and now we're probably gonna get into the Jeopardy. I'm gonna leave you with this one last taste in your mouth. May the force be with you.
On that note, I need 3 volunteers. Okay. Big yellow Keyblade, come on up.
That's Sora! Woo!
Okay.
Let's get your lightsaber.
Corset girl, you come on up. Yes, Corset girl. I'm calling you Corset girl because you're awesome.
Bro, lightsaber.
Lightsaber?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Man who made the suggestion for a lightsaber, right here.
Okay. Man who made the suggestion for the lightsaber.
Yes,
okay.
All right. Like that.
Okay. So we are going to have 4 categories. First category is Disney. Second category is 13.org. All things belong to the kingdom. And this land is whose land? Okay. So I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 7. You guys guess, and the one who's the closest will go first. 3. 7.
Kyra's getting so much.
4. 3. You're going to go first.
I like your Keyblade. What are the categories?
Disney, 13.org, all things belong to the kingdom. Or or this land is whose land? For 100, 200, or 300?
Disney for 100.
Disney for 100. Okay. Let's get this party started, shall we? Name 3 Disney characters in Kingdom Hearts 1.
3 Disney characters?
Yes.
Snow White, Alice, and Belle.
All right, 100.
Yeah.
Points.
I need you to keep track of points. Okay. All right. Oh, we'll do it that way then. Okay. Star Wars guy, your turn. What category?
You get all things going in the kingdom.
For 300? Oh, for 200. Okay, yeah, just pick it up.
Baby, how much was hers?
100. They're gonna keep track of the cards. Okay. Oh, you got the daily double on the first try. Okay, we're gonna show you a picture, and you have to name this character. Vanitas? That's right.
Yeah!
So that
Kind of looks like Sora mixed with Metal Gear Rising.
But I knew it was.
Okay. 200.
200.
But he got double.
So that means he's up to 400. Okay.
Let's do 13.org for 300.
Okay. If you want to just pick up the card. There we go. 13.org for 300. This villain was working with Organization 13 and was a real hothead.
Oh my. Does it have to be one of the organization members?
No. No.
Wait, I'm confused. It has to be an organization member?
No. She was working. He was
Oh,
working.
they were
with-
working. Yes.
Working with
Oh,
the
working with.
Pete.
Yes.
Pete.
Oh, okay. That's going literal hothead.
No.
Organization hothead.
Actually, no.
It's a
This
figure.
villain was not a hothead, actually.
If you think about it, they were.
I'm confused.
Give up?
Misleading question.
I'll give you a hint.
All right, let's get one audience going. Who do you think it was?
I'm just taking a shot at Dark Jafar.
No.
No.
I'm going to give you guys a hint. They were a Disney character. They were a Disney
Oh, I know. Yeah. Kind of.
All right. Actually, no. I should have made it specific. This is the main villain who was working with Organization 13.
Okay. Well,
All right, and so the answer is Maleficent.
Because if you think about it, in the Disney movie, she turns into a dragon, breathes fire.
Every time
She wasn't working with them. She was a serpent.
Kai, you lied to
She
me.
was definitely against them.
slightly.
Trick question. She does not like science.
Hey, she was with Syax, and she was with Syax.
Against science.
For her own.
He failed, man. He failed so much.
Okay.
Anyway.
Next up.
Disney
For 300. In Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep, the tip of Mickey's Keyblade is in the shape of this.
Mickey's Keyblade. In which one?
Birth by Sleep.
It's the stars, so the circle and the stars. Yeah.
Green Star, that's right.
Woo!
Okay, next up.
How much was that
This
one?
land
That was 300.
This land is whose land?
This land is whose land? For 200.
All right. Sorry about this, everyone.
That's okay.
You're not forgiven.
I need organization in the organization.
Unforgivable. That sounds like it shouldn't have been in.
Actually, I'll go for this one.
Give him grief by damning him. I always just damn him. Damn it, Kai.
Okay, for 200, name what this land is.
The world that never was.
You suck!
Alright, sorry.
No, okay.
Actually says it on the screen.
Yeah,
Again, you failed. Damn it, Kai.
sorry.
I thought I was the only one who noticed.
Okay, next up.
All things belong to the kingdom. Let's go for 300 again.
For 300.
Yeah. Big roller. Big roller. Come on.
Okay. All things belong
Not
to the
trick
kingdom
question
for
time.
300. This character is an optional boss to fight in order to get the Fenrir Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 2.
The hardest.
Hold on, guys.
Shut up.
They'll figure it out.
Oh god, I have two answers. I'm not sure which one it was.
Just pick one.
Just pick one?
Just know you can't go both ways.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Let's go with. I got 13, 13, 2. Let's say Sephiroth.
High five.
This time it does not have the title on it.
Three. We're gonna.
So far we have time.
Come on. What's the actual name? What was the name? What was the actual name of it?
I just played that level. I know.
You let me know.
You're getting close. Come on. What is it?
Ask the audience. Ask the audience. Ask the audience.
You give up?
No.
Let them.
5 seconds.
Chick with the bow is getting pretty antsy over there.
You're close, but we won't. But we're not looking for
Let's
close.
get chick with the bow.
Chick with bow.
What is space paranoid? That's the one. There it is. Okay. Good job, ladies. I just played that level like a week ago.
What's the second name?
No, that's
Space Bear. I thought it was two.
That's the dream drop distance.
Oh, the dream drop distance.
Guys, we have like T-minus 30 seconds.
Okay. Your turn.
Let's get one more question.
Okay. After that, we'll do the final.
FTW.
13.org for 100. You first meet this Organization 13 character in Kingdom Hearts 2.
First one?
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yes. You meet this organization member in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Roxas.
No. No, he has to be an organization member, not former organization member.
Alright.
Yep.
That's
So you took 2 guesses and cut that in half 50.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we only have time for one more question, so we're going to skip to the final Jeopardy question.
Because if you think about it, Axel is actually the first one you actually interact with.
True. Okay, the final Jeopardy question is worth 500 points. Name 3 Easter eggs that you find in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
I already blurted one out earlier.
Yes,
No, you
Easter
didn't.
eggs.
You almost did.
Say them out loud. We'll go one at a time.
Kingdom Hearts 2 Esther again said is Disney.
Okay.
Thank you.
There we go.
Well, that's because you gave it away.
Shut up.
You can give it all.
No, he almost did.
Okay, that's fine.
Do I need to say all 3? 3? Oh God. Like there's like hidden bosses too. Like so, like Kingdom Hearts 1, there's the hidden boss in the Aladdin world. Stores, I forget his name.
Okay.
That's one of them, and then
Cut something.
Easter eggs is such a broad term.
Yeah.
And
All right. What about you?
When you die.
When you die.
No, I mean, like you get a charm to summon as actually something.
It's an Easter egg. It's an Easter egg. All right, y'all want to know what? Y'all actually want to know what?
Hold on, give her a chance to guess.
All right, let's go.
Alright, so Easter eggs, just anything like
Just any Easter eggs.
So, Zemnis, Hearts 2 Final Mix, Kara, and Hearts 2 Final Mix.
I'm gonna be that guy.
And a fun one, Mrs. Potts in the Tarzan level.
Okay.
All right, let's see what this nobody here wants to say.
Heartless.
The Heartless.
In Traverse Town, you do see Lady and the Tramp.
That's actually true.
Oh yeah, that is true.
That is true. Actually, who wants to know one other thing about Kingdom Hearts Easter eggs?
There's actually another one.
There's actually another Kingdom Hearts 2 thing about man's sex. I mean, Zemnis. Is that in Kingdom Hearts 2, the boss battle, there were supposed to be 2 forms of Zemnis, King and Kun. Well, I forgot the next one, but yeah. What?
There's actually an Easter egg in Kingdom Hearts 1 that actually is to do with Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for attending the Kingdom Hearts panel. Sorry we could not do the full thing, but hopefully next year or when I do this again, we will have full.
And guys, if you want candy, come up to the table. We got our bags full.
Yeah. Next year we will run this better.
Don't want to. What did that? Okay, they unplugged them. They're really temperamental. Nice. I'm so excited. Oh, I can't eat that either. Alright, let's go.
There's a wedge somewhere on the floor.
Oh, this is just candy.
Yeah.